In case you haven't seen it yet, on the previous episode I made an announcement. I'm going to try to get a bunch of them. We're going to find out what happens on Yes, it's real. The Sneakers to Riches series is over. The very first botting vlog web series has sadly come to an end. If you want a short answer as to why I'll be discontinuing it, it's because it's unsustainable, it's terrible for my mental health, and it's preventing me from being able to branch off into other content that I really want to produce. Additionally, it had strayed away from what I wanted the show to be. What it was supposed to be was demonstrating how I buy and sell sneakers, sharing some of the highs, lows, and struggles of botting and reselling, and then making an ongoing story since releases are happening all the time. And that's what the genre of reselling vlogs are supposed to be about. On any given release, you can make a ton of money or lose a ton of money. Putting the viewer in your shoes as the excitement builds up and the clock ticks down to when the sneakers are supposed to release, what will happen? You're in competition with the best of the best, fighting for an extremely limited commodity. Will you emerge victorious? Or will you miss your target? The result of the battle itself is not important, but what is important is how you tell your story. As they say, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And that's the primary ingredient to create an entertaining and successful reselling vlog series. Those who constantly criticize me for my lack of result in terms of releases themselves have no understanding of this. They are under the false impression that my series is supposed to display great skill and expertise. It isn't. I'm very much aware of where I stand in the hierarchy of fellow botters, and I know I'm only average or slightly above average at best. But it isn't my main focus to hit 100 clips every release or to show off how good I am at this. No. It's about sharing my experience, crafting each video into a cohesive story to make it engaging, entertaining, and making sure that every episode is a piece of work that I am proud of regardless of the results of the releases. Now, keep in mind, I'm talking about the art of crafting a well-executed video. If you are a botter or a reseller and you're trying to maximize your profits, then your results do matter. I'm just talking about the intent behind my videos, so don't get it twisted. If you want to see what goes on behind the scenes to be able to publish an episode at least once a week, you can check out my Sneakers to Riches behind the scenes video. It will be linked in the description. Basically, for me to stay up to date with my upload schedule for the show, I need to work every waking hour, including weekdays and holidays, and even with that insane work schedule, I often find it very difficult to meet my weekly deadlines. As soon as one episode is done, I need to work on the next one immediately, or else I risk not uploading in time. No breaks except for when I'm eating and no days off. As a result, I've alienated myself from my friends and family. I'm routinely absent from countless birthday celebrations, holidays, special occasions with those that are close to me, some of whom don't have much time left in this world. The upside though is that my finances are in good standing, but it isn't at a point where I can buy properties and lavish lifestyles for my whole family. Not quite there yet. This has been my reality ever since the inception of my YouTube channel, and the gas in my tank had finally run out. Despite my uncanny ability to work for extended periods of time without losing focus, I'm using up more gas at a faster rate than I can refill it. In fact, I feel like I've been running on empty ever since the middle of last year, but I just kept pushing myself. And as a result, my mental state behind the scenes was a disaster. At that pace, I knew I couldn't keep it up forever, so I tried many different ways to make my workflow more efficient. I even slowly started to change the actual content itself little by little, cutting elements out that took up too much time to edit. So how did that turn out? Well, my work schedule didn't change very much, and I still found it very hard to meet my weekly upload schedule because I wanted to find new and interesting ways to showcase multiple checkouts. For example, I remember during the Palace Spot era, I created what's called Infinity Mode. Basically, the way that I used that bot to get into Infinity Mode was that there's a sequence that I had to follow, which got me about 3 to 4 checkouts a minute for drops that would last for several hours. It wasn't a bot where you just press start and sit back. You had to be quick with your mouse and keyboard to maximize your checkout. So whenever I got into the groove of that sequence, that's when I activate Infinity Mode, and portraying that exhilarating feeling and really trying to get the audience to experience what I was experiencing is something that can take a very long time to not only think about how to do it, but also the execution of it. Checkouts now, let's go. So anyways, my work schedule still didn't change much and I was still working every waking hour. But another thing that I did, as I mentioned, was that I had to chip away elements of the web series, and I chipped away a little bit too much. As I said in the beginning of the video, the series had strayed away from what I wanted it to be. There were a lot of activities and elements which made the series a proper story, but I removed them little by little as a result of me trying to find an escape from working 24/7 without reducing my output. But the plan didn't work and I ultimately ended up with a product I wasn't satisfied with. With all that being said, if I'm struggling to keep up with my web series alone, how on earth am I supposed to expand the content that I put out on my YouTube channel? The answer is, I can't. I can't make any other videos other than Sneakers to Riches. If you think about it, I can't do anything other than Sneakers to Riches. I honestly find it a miracle that I'm able to carry out my Notify responsibilities despite spending so much time editing. Unfortunately, finding out how to maintain the series while being able to branch out my business ventures and opportunities while being able to diversify my content beyond just vlogging is not something I ever found the answer to, although I did give it my all and I tried very hard. Towards the middle and end of June, where there were literally multiple sneakers dropping every day back to back to back for 2 weeks straight, I came to the conclusion, this is never going to end, and I'll be stuck in this cycle. And my future opportunities and the type of videos that I publish will be painfully limited for as long as Sneakers to Riches is ongoing. So I made a decision. I had to let it go. But I will still be uploading YouTube videos related to sneakers, reselling and botting, and will also be uploading live cops for all of the major releases, hopefully. It just won't be a vlogging format covering an entire week of literally every single release that I go for. And I'm also planning on publishing other series that would last for set periods of time rather than forever ongoing ones like Sneakers to Riches. But for now, we are going to close that chapter so we can open up a new one. I do plan on bringing the series back again, but when I do, I want to do it right and I want to do it the way that it was supposed to be done and hopefully in a manner that's sustainable. Thanks for watching, thank you for your support, and I'll see you in the next one.